Hi everyone, it's Tony the vet here. Just going to be talking to you today about some of the allergies you might associate with your pet. Unfortunately, they do crop up now and again with your dog or cat, and it's worth knowing a little bit about them just so you're informed as to what might be causing certain symptoms in your pet. One of the things that can happen when you're feeding your pet, you might find that their tummy gets a little bit upset. Now, food has been associated with gut upsets because as people change the food onto a different type of food from what the puppy might have been used to eating, they sometimes get diarrhea anyway. But if these issues persist into adulthood and the dog or the cat ends up with intermittent diarrhea or signs of scratching, it's often associated with the diet. So one of the things that you could do is you could try to go on a dietary trial to see if there's certain foods that are making the tummy upset and giving the clinical signs of either diarrhea or scratchiness usually. If you're going to go on to a new food, you need to give it at least 3 weeks to know if the food is working and if it's something that's going to agree with your pet. So you can get a prescription diet. Some of these are referred to as hypoallergenic diets, and they're designed to reduce the amount of work that the tummy has to do and therefore reduce the signs of diarrhea and scratching in your pet. Often it's the type of food, the meat that is fed, that can sometimes give you the diarrhea. They say that in the small intestine there's inflammation if there's an allergy, and that can sometimes be manifest as scratching or loose poo. One way to try and locate the problem, the issue that might be causing the allergy, is to do an allergy test. The allergy test would involve a blood sample just to see which environmental and dietary allergens are affecting your pet. So you might get a blood sample, and then the screen will involve looking at all the different types of proteins, grains and pulses that might be in the food that could be causing an allergy. The same goes for the environmental allergens. All the different pollens and grasses can be detected that your pet might be sensitive to, and then they can tailor a vaccine that you can then give your pet to make it feel a lot better and less irritated. One of the interesting things around allergies, and it's something that we see quite a lot in practice, is seasonal allergies. So often your pet might be worse scratching in the summer because of all the heat, pollens, vegetation. Often too in the summertime people are cutting grass and plants, and that seems to make the issue worse. So in the summertime, springtime, there might be a bit of an issue with the allergies, more so in that time of the year. So it's worth keeping an eye on certain areas, certain parks that your dog goes to and then comes back scratching. This is often referred to as atopic dermatitis, which basically means that it's like an allergy for your skin, but finding the source could be quite hard. So it might be that particular walks are a concern, particular times of year are a concern, and as time goes by, you'll be able to build up a profile of what your pet might be sensitive to. It's also worth avoiding as best you can areas that have been spread with pesticides or herbicides on fields and things like that, just so your pet isn't exposed to those, because that could also lead to itching.